Alright. Final chapter. This game has gone on for a long time. We've been playing this since, mid-December, early December. And it's now mid-January. We've been playing this for over a month. Apollo Justice, or what was it? What was the game Edgeworth, the second Edgeworth game was over quicker than this. But that's also because I powered through that in like a single month with barely any breaks. Anyway, final chapter. Turnabout for tomorrow. Investigation day 1. Let's do it. So this is going to pick up exactly where episode 4 ended, if you couldn't tell. This is the last chapter, yeah. No one can escape their past. We've seen flashes of this scene before. The sins we've committed, and the sadness we've caused. No matter how far we run, our past remains, as ever-present as the moon in the sky. If you think this game is dramatic, wait until the next game. Wait until the final game. Spirit of Justice goes hard in some parts. It looms in wait for the day when we are forced to face it. But only in doing so can we truly make peace and move on in hope towards tomorrow. Dun dun dun! December 20th, 1:23 p.m. Wright Anything Agency. They took Athena from the courtroom, straight to the detention center. She's probably being questioned at this very moment. After this past year, I took it for granted that these two would always be here. But now Apollo has gone off on his own to seek his own truth. And my pursuit of the truth only ended up with Athena becoming the new suspect. Some boss I turned out to be. It's even quieter in here than usual. Yeah, it seems so empty too, aside from all your shit everywhere. I just don't get it, Daddy. All of your reasoning during the trial seemed perfectly solid. Yeah, and I still believe it was, at least based on what we know. But now Athena is the one who's being accused. Blah, 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 blah. Is the joke pasta or is someone bad at cooking? It's joke pasta. During the trial for the bombing and murder that occurred at the Cosmos Space Center, the lighter used by the real culprit was found. This lighter proved the defendant, Solomon Starbuck, innocent. But Athena's prints were found on it instead. And she was subsequently arrested for the murder. But Athena couldn't have done it. It just doesn't make any sense. No, none of it does. I've been racking my brain, but I just can't figure it out. Ugh, where's the flaw in my reasoning? What have I got wrong in this case? You know, Daddy, if Athena was here, she wouldn't just be sitting around thinking. She'd be out there doing something. You are going to defend Athena, right, Daddy? Of course I will. And thanks, Trucy. I needed that push. Trucy's right. The trial's tomorrow. No time to waste. I'm going to prove Athena's innocence. I better get out there and find some evidence. Off we go, then. We're on a hunt for evidence that'll prove Athena's innocence. Great, but before we go, I'd better tidy up the evidence I have on hand. Unnecessary evidence left at the office. Athena's probably still in the middle of being questioned. So Trucy's right. The thing to start with is talking to the people at the Space Center. I still can't believe Apollo really left us. Oh, wait, have they connected it to the case 7 years ago yet? Are you talking about the Phoenix case 7 years ago? Because that was resolved in the last game. But there is a case that occurred 7 years ago. There is an incident that occurred 7 years ago that resulted in Blackwell getting arrested. So yes, it has something to do with that. It was a thing they were leading up to, yeah. Still can't believe Apollo really left us. It was so sudden. Maybe he got tired of being my assistant for my magic tricks? I don't think it's your fault, Trucy. But I made him clean the toilet a lot. And I made him go bring in the newspaper. It was my fault, I just know it. Oh, Apollo. I really don't think it was your fault, Trucy. I didn't realize Apollo was wearing so many hats around here, either. How could they suspect Athena? It's just ridiculous. Must be some kind of conspiracy. Conspiracy, huh? Well, it certainly is some kind of mistake, that's for sure. First of all, we have to bust Athena out of the detention center. Then we have to chase down the people who framed her. We'll sneak around the world from Kiev to Carolina. God damn it. With the fuzz hot in our tails. Isn't that exactly the same as the plot of the movie you watched the other day? Present stuff. Daddy, you should be careful about showing evidence to a magician. Oh, this is the same thing. It's true, you can make anything disappear. Well, anything up to about 1 yard in diameter, anyway. The magic panties are an extra-dimensional space. Guess only a space probe can help us figure out how they work then, huh? Or a statement? Space, huh? I'd sure love to go up there someday. Will you take me, Daddy? It's not like taking someone on an amusement park ride, you know? Well, you hardly ever take me to one of those, either. You either say I don't have any money or I don't have time. Fine, I'll take you on my next day off. You're the best, Daddy. I'm no match for Trucy. Keep forgetting that Phoenix is her adopted father, yeah. Daddy, you should be careful about showing evidence to a magician. Oh, wait, why am I reading this again? I just want to see if she says anything different, damn it. Guess presenting your attorney's badge, it's like your quick trick, huh, Daddy? So it's just a trick to you, huh? Well, you are one of the talents in our Write Anything agency, after all. But I have to say that an attorney's badge won't get many laughs. I don't care if I don't get laughs, as long as I can clear my client's name. That's a good one, Daddy. No match for you, though, Trucy. Athena Sykes, age 18, a new lawyer at the agency. She's been arrested as a suspect in this case. Apollo Justice, currently working on his own. Says he wants to bring his friend's killer to justice, but I wonder if that's all. Trucy Wright, my daughter who happens to be an aspiring magician. I adopted her 8 years ago. Victim in this case, he was a Hat 2 crew member and a close friend of Apollo's. Athena's childhood friend. I defended her when she was on trial for the courtroom bombing incident. Defendant in this case, he was a Hat 2 crew member and a mentor to the victim. It's weird that it still says the defendant. We've cleared Solomon of all suspicion. Convicted of the murder at the Space Center 7 years ago. He's chasing a phantom he saw back then. The detective assigned to this case. He led the evacuation effort at the Space Center after the bombing incident. One of the first to find the body at the Space Center. He seems exceedingly full of himself. Oh, Ponko is the red robot, okay. She can provide information on the center and show people around. Prosecutor Blackwell's older sister. Most of these have not changed. This really is just an extension of Case 4. December 20th, Cosmos Space Center. Entrance. Would it make this the hardest case then? I mean, the thing with this series is that it's not really a matter of, like, the cases being hard. It's just Sometimes the logic is hard to follow, but that could happen during any case. There are moments during the first case in this game where I couldn't figure out what I was supposed to present. That's also the other thing, too. If it poorly conveys which piece of evidence you need to present in a situation, and there's like 2 related pieces of evidence, then it's going to be like you have to guess. They definitely try to throw trickier logic at you as the game goes on, but generally, no, not really. It doesn't really get that much harder. I watched murder mysteries with my family the entire time I was able to until I moved out. Senses are telling me it's Cosmos. Well, he definitely seems like the most suspicious right now, overall. But who knows? Maybe it's Aura Blackwell. Maybe it's one of the robots. Director Cosmos, do you have a minute? Urgh. Galactic Scooter, full speed ahead! Director? He scooted away. His expression changed the instant he saw you, Daddy. Yeah, well, I dragged his name through the mud pretty good at the trial earlier today. December 20th, Cosmos Space Center. Boarding lounge. We were only here yesterday. We were here only yesterday. Oh, hey. Mr. Starbuck, you've already been released, huh? Yep. And I came straight here. This is all thanks to you and your team, Mr. Wright. You give me a second chance to fly into space again. I can't thank you enough. Except... What's wrong? Thought he'd be happy to be acquitted. As I was coming out of the detention center, I saw Miss Sykes. He saw Athena? I was at a loss for words. I didn't know what to say to the poor girl. And then, you know what? She flashed a peace sign at me. Congratulations on your acquittal, she said. Now you can go back into space someday. Yeah, that sounds like Athena. I could just picture it. Oh, okay. There was 2 set of quotation marks there. But I saw her eyes. They were red and swollen from crying. She's got to be suffering. She must be so worried. And yet she went out of her way to be nice and give me that big smile. She held back her own tears so she could give someone else a smile. That's so Athena. The hit new show coming to Disney XD. That's so Athena. There's no question about it. That girl is innocent. Please, Mr. Wright, you have to make sure she goes free. And then they could put me in prison instead. I don't mind. Can't have that either, Mr. Starbuck. Don't worry, Mr. Starbuck. I'm going to give her the very best defense I can. I promise to get her acquitted, just like I did for you. I know she'll be all right with you, in her corner. I know you'll never give up on her. Apollo is a fine boss to look up to. About the murder. Still can't believe Launchpad 1 was switched with the Space Museum. What could have made Director Cosmos do such a thing? I haven't the foggiest idea. So there never was going to be a launch that day. Not from the very beginning. Wonder if Clay knew. I imagine he must have. Surely he would have noticed when he went to board the rocket. It's pathetic to think I was the only one who got taken in. I guess that's about how it goes when you're worth less than space debris. Is he going to be alright, Daddy? His expression looks as dark as a black hole. Yeah. Well, that's just how he is. The murderer. Mr. Starbuck, do you remember anything about the murder? Not really. We only saw a shadowy figure in the dark, after all. Yeah, I guess that was a little too much to hope for. Hey, I heard something from the police, though. They said they never did find the 10 caliber gun down that trash chute. Just as I thought, the culprit must have carried it away with them when they escaped. So was the person you saw holding a gun then, Mr. Starbuck? I couldn't really tell. It wasn't Athena, right? Could you tell if the person was male or female, tall or short? I can't even tell you that much. Man, I'm useless. When the culprit opened the door and some light came in, I should have been able to see. The door. Ah, yes. As I recall, they opened this door here as they made their escape. The door to Launchpad 1, right? Yeah, except right now, the door leads to the Space Museum. You mean the Launchpad and the Space Museum are switched right now? Yeah, they're trying to investigate the theory you came up with in court. So they're recreating the conditions, huh? I'd like to see what's beyond that door now. I mean, you've been down that hallway before, Phoenix. Mr. Starbuck, could you open this door for us? Sure. So let me have my print scanned here. Switching the launch pads. The launch pads get switched back and forth a lot? Well, back when the Space Museum was Launchpad 2, they used to switch the pads around at times. But these days, Launchpad 2 is only used as a tourist attraction, right? Right, because, quite frankly, the Space Center needs the money. I hear you. Times sure are tough. Maybe if the government fucking funded the space programs better. Daddy, let's go check out what's beyond that door. Sure, let's go. Hey, why don't I come along? I could show you around. So this is another one of those devices for opening the door, huh? Yep, but this one doesn't require fingerprint verification, despite the fact there's a big hand on the thing. You just hit the button and open sesame. So when you and Clay went through here, you didn't need to show your prints either? That's right, Trucy. Just like how the culprit didn't need to scan their prints when they escaped back out to the Space Center corridor into the boarding lounge too. Biometric door lock. Print authentication isn't required from the launchpad side. Huh? I wonder what these dead leaves are doing here. Great movie, by the way. If you've not seen the movie Dead Leaves, it is awesome. It's by Studio Trigger or Gynex or whatever the distinction between those two is. Oh, Production IG, excuse me. Saw it once, only once, yeah. I saw it on, I think they aired it on Sci-Fi once? I'm not sure. It's wild, though. Maybe they were stuck to the bottom of somebody's shoes. There are lots of trees around the Space Center. Yeah, that's where you saw it. Oh, wow, we must have watched it at the same time, then. Because I think they only aired that once. It's like whenever I tell people, oh, I got into Gorillaz because I saw the Toonami special where they had all the Gorillaz music videos, and then, like, half the Gorillaz fans I talk to are like, yeah, that's how I found out about it, too. I'm like, oh my god. It's so weird to think that we all watched the same exact thing that one night they did that. She's right. It's a modern state-of-the-art building surrounded by but it's surrounded by trees. And I don't know, if they were stuck to the bottom of somebody's shoes, wouldn't they look more crushed up? These don't look like they've been stepped on. Maybe there's some kind of secret hatch in the corridor and they came in that way? Not everything is set up like a magician's stage, you know. Well, I don't see anything else that jumps out at me. And I imagine this corridor is built exactly like the Launchpad 1 corridor. Do you know anything about this piece of evidence? No. Sorry, I'm so useless. No, it's alright. There's no need to get all depressed. Oh, you've seen the lighter. You know about it. Tell me about the lighter. Remember Athena acted oddly when I presented this pamphlet to her? And also anytime the Space Center came up, Athena kind of like got really, like, coy about everything? Oh, you don't know anything. You don't know shit about shit, huh? Oh. Okay, no, we've seen that already anyway. With the Clay. Clay Tehran. Oh, where do I go now? Actually, wait a minute. Good chance to actually use this for once. Talk to Space Center staff. Alright, I guess that means back to the entrance. Curse the wretch who sullied my good name! Reverse course and full speed away! Director Cosmos, wait! I'll handle this, Daddy. Take that! Ah! The mobility system has been compromised! You just chucked a throwing star at his back. Trucy's knife throw was a direct hit to one of his tires. Trucy, why are you carrying knives around? And the streak continues. Maybe I should have kept a closer watch on what trick she's been practicing. My dear old battleship, we fought many a skirmish together. It's been an honor. Trucy is the real killer, clearly. Daddy, he's going to blow that thing up. Blow up? Nah, I bet that button, all that button will do is make it go haywire again. Very well, I surrender. As a prisoner of war, I expect to be treated honorably. Excuse me, but about this piece of evidence, let me ask you a question. What will that object contribute to the future of mankind? What? Not much, I guess. Humph, then how important could it be? Quite unlike the great historical figure, Yuri Cosmos. Ha 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 ha! If he's any more self-absorbed, he'll turn into his very own black hole. And you would think he would say something about the damn lighter. Mankind's crowning achievement, the Hat 1 mission will be in textbooks across the land. Wow, that historic, huh? My achievements are grand enough to rival the very birth of space itself. My life will be a legend that will be told millions of years into the future. You may proceed to admire and praise me now. Ha 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 ha! Ha ha. You certainly are an amazing piece of work. What a shame, truly. Clay was so young. He was an outstanding man who could have contributed greatly to the future of mankind. He was an exceptional man, wasn't he? If he had gone into space, my reputation would have grown even loftier. Why did he have to die before he went into space? Someone needs to teach him he's not the literal center of the cosmos. Switching the launch pads. I thought switch was misspelled there for a second. Director Cosmos, when you were talking in court about switching the launch pads, you used your right to remain silent about the reason as to why. Center of the cosmos is shrouded in mystery, but I don't have any secrets left. Now that my battleship has been destroyed and I've been taken prisoner... No secrets left, huh? I beg to differ. Looks like I'll have to undo his psyche locks if I want to get to the bottom of this. Do I have enough to do that? I guess I do. Oops, I actually meant to hit X there. Oh my god, no! Normally when you pick it the second time, it's a quicker message.
Take that!
Behind the switching of the launch pads. I want you to tell me everything you're hiding about the switching of the two launch pads. I refuse. You can't make me. I can hold out longer than anyone. Hope I never get like this when I'm old. Let's see. Where to start? This is how you explained your motive for switching the launch pad. This is how you explained your motive for switching the launch pads. You did it to save the astronauts. Thanks to you switching the launch pads, the astronauts escaped injury from the blast. Instead, they safely boarded the museum's rocket, far away from the actual explosion. My astronauts were raring to go out on an authentic space and adventure. My astronauts were raring to go out on an authentic adventure in space. How do you propose I had them board a fake rocket without them noticing? I agree, you couldn't have done it without help. For one, they would have figured it out the instant they stepped into the Space Museum. You figured you could fool Mr. Starbuck once he'd been drugged with his medication, but without the help of this person, it would have been impossible to pull your plan off.
Take that!
You must have gotten Mr. Terran to help you. He stole the tranquilizers from his mentor's locker and slipped them to him. And then, with Mr. Starbuck in a daze, they boarded the replica rocket into the museum. Ah! Somebody help this poor prisoner of war! How is he able to spin around like that? If you really wanted to save the astronauts' lives, shouldn't you have just called off the launch? If I could have done that, do you think I would have gone through all the trouble? Guess he must have had a compelling reason why he couldn't call it off. But how did you know to switch the pads in advance of the bombing incident? Well, that's because... I was warned in advance. Once I received that warning, it was my duty to ensure my astronauts' safety. But it was just a warning. Could have even been a prank. Hey, Karma! You finally got to raid someone. Hello. Let me give Karma Stinky Fox the shout-out. Everyone was streaming today. Meowdy. How was Potionomics? Did you get to see your husband? Muktuk? You came just in time to see the hot old man get broken down. Yes. Nice. Everyone go follow Karma if you're not. Karma doesn't stream very often, but he's trying to more, and he's a funny guy. It was just a warning. Could have even been a prank. Why'd you believe in it so completely? Because I went to one of those mediums that everyone's talking about these days. Oh? I didn't realize channeling was back in vogue. Besides, I thought it was you yourself that got the warning via telephone. I wonder if you went to Pearl. Yes, that's right. The bomber contacted me personally. My battleship is equipped with a special advanced communication system, you see. AKA a regular old telephone. It's been a while. Planning another launch? I see you haven't learned. I'll never forget the terror I felt when I received that call. The bomber said it's been a while. And that was enough to make you take the threat seriously? Perhaps Director Cosmos took the threat so seriously because the Space Center had been involved in a bombing once before? Sent me something? What'd you send me? It's good. It's good karma. Good karma. Maybe. The culprit in the current case is the same person who was involved in this incident. Courtroom 4 bombing, Hat 1 miracle, Hat 2 bombing. Well, the Hat 2 bombing is the current case. And we know that the Courtroom 4 bombing was Ted-tonate, so it has to be the Hat 1 miracle. The Hat 1 miracle, that epic story of survival. People across the nation now know it as a heroic tale of bravery. But in truth, it was an act of sabotage perpetuated by our current killer, wasn't it? Very few knew about the previous plot, so when the caller said, "It's been a while," you knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that the danger was real, and it wasn't a prank. Didn't anyone ever tell you to go easy on an ex-serviceman? I'm not saying that, Karma. I didn't say the meme that was blatantly on screen a couple cases ago. I'm not saying this one. Yes, the Hat 1 miracle really was a desperate battle against an act of sabotage. I even lost the life of one of my staff members in the fight. Sabotage, murder? This is the ugly truth behind the Hat 1 miracle. I let my guard down. I thought the saboteur had been caught and that the case was closed. Huh? Wait a minute. The murder at the Space Center 7 years ago. This must be the person Director Cosmos thought was the culprit. Simon? Because he got arrested. Simon Blackquill, the murder suspect in a case that happened here 7 years ago. The place and time of the two incidents, the murder and the sabotage, were the same. So you thought that he committed both crimes. But while Prosecutor Blackquill was behind bars, you got another threatening call. If the culprit this time is the same as 7 years ago, then it isn't Simon Blackquill. Realizing that, you were shaken. It meant the true culprit's been running free all this time. Ah, how do you keep seeing straight through me? The reason why Director Cosmos won't talk about why he switched the launch pads is connected to the truth behind the Hat 1 miracle. The sabotage and the murder that happened at the Space Center 7 years ago. Director Cosmos, tell us what you're hiding. If you really want to understand the reason I decided to switch to the launch pads, we'll have to start with the story of that horrible nightmare from 7 years ago. Take a shot. 7 years ago? Take another shot. You mean the so-called Hat 1 miracle? The launch went smoothly, but once the ship entered outer space, then the troubles began. It was all the handiwork of a certain person and their evil scheme. 7 years ago, we went to Taco Bell. God damn it. Now, you guys are making me want Taco Bell now, and I don't like ordering it because I don't like paying for delivery on it. So Mr. Starbucks' traumatic experience wasn't accidental. Not only that, but before the launch, a very valuable piece of moon rock was stolen. Bach Hotel. But that wasn't the worst of it. One of my staff members was murdered. Red. Red for murder. Wow, I had no idea such awful events were behind that exciting story of space heroism. All that in spite of the Space Center having very strict security in those days. All personal effects were examined thoroughly, coming or going. You couldn't even smuggle a withered old leaf through those checkpoints. Very interesting that he mentions that specifically. So do you have any clue who was responsible for the sabotage? At the very least, I know it wasn't Simon Blackquill. I don't know enough to identify the true culprit, but it's clear what that person is. To put it simply, a spy. A spy! A spy? You mean somebody who infiltrates a foreign country? Carries out dangerous missions? And always gets the girl? Someone's watching way too many late-night movies. A spy has been detected in the base. The Heavy's a spy, yep. I was referencing the spy as a snail. I think we could veer off course and watch that real quick. It's only like a minute long. Where is it? Oh no, it wasn't the spy, it was the medic as a snail. That was it. My tail is a spy? I don't have a tail right now. That was what I was referencing there.
Snail! You're like a cock in slow motion. It's like I'm watching you happen through a windshield. Ha! Didn't hurt. That didn't hurt. Pop quiz. How long does it take to bang? Peace.
Supremely stupid. Supremely stupid, but still one of my favorites for some reason. Probably should keep that open because I'm gonna need to remember to put that in the credits of the upload later. Well, I guess if we're talking about blowing up a rocket and stealing research material, it's not all that surprising that a spy could be behind it all. When brain rot was good brain rot. God. Yes. Make no mistake, there's cutthroat rivalry between nations in the space R&D race. Some try to outdo others by any means possible, even deliberate obstruction. 7 years ago, we got a call before the launch warning of a sabotage. Same MO as this time. Yes, and here I thought the perpetrator had been caught, but it looks like I was wrong. Prosecutor Blackwell seems more like a ninja than a spy, don't you think? No, a samurai. Aren't ninjas and spies basically the same thing? There's a good reason we failed to find the real spy. A massive cover-up by the government. Government officials were too embarrassed to admit that they had allowed such a thing to happen at the hands of a spy. Don't tell me they made the police rush the investigation. They did indeed, and then to cover up the sabotage, they cleaned up the story. And that was the Hat 1 miracle, wasn't it? But then 7 years later, the same MO, advance warning of sabotage. That must have been the director's reason for switching the launch pads. Just like 7 years ago, take a shot. Take like 3 shots there, because I've said it several times. 7 years ago, take another shot. The spy gave you advance warning of their plans, just like this time. That was what made you decide to switch the launch pads, wasn't it? That's right, the caller knew the facts of the case 7 years ago, despite the cover-up. Blah, blah, blah. They knew about the sabotage, the moon rock, and the murder. And they said, "You don't want things to go like they did 7 years ago. Take a shot, do you?" I immediately thought of calling off the launch, but the government wouldn't let me. We don't give in to the likes of terrorists. We must proceed for our country's honor. It was quite a moving speech, actually. Moving? Really? Maybe if you're easily inspired by political talking points. But I knew the truth. We had been warned, which meant that the danger was very real. And I knew there was no way to stop the spy. No matter what I did, they would find a way. Can't drink, you fool. It's all good. Drink, 7-Up. Like Joel in the Drunk Jojo stream, where he did the 7-Up shot when he sees Dio looking at the 7-Up, advertisement. That's why I switched the launch pads and staged the moving rescue scene. Drink water, true. Like I am. I actually have my full water bottle here. First, I snuck into the center the night before and switched the launch pads. That way the astronauts would go from the boarding lounge to the Space Museum. Then I put a closed repair sign on the door to Launch Pad 1 and Boarding Lounge 2. You did all that so normal visitors wouldn't enter, right? What else did you do? I enlisted the help of several staff members, including Terran. But you didn't let Mr. Starbuck in on it? He'd already been through enough, and he's no good at lying to keep a secret. I'm afraid I had no choice but to have him drugged. My plan went well until... Clay's murder, huh? After the culprit made their escape, I switched the launch pads back. I did it in such a way that no one would find out, but after all that effort, Terran is dead and the Hat 2 is destroyed. And the Hope capsule, which had returned to us only recently, was also lost in that blast. Oh, wasn't? My home, the center of the cosmos. My beautiful Cosmos Space Center is done for! Wait, what did he mean by the Hope capsule was lost in that blast? The Hope capsule? Thought that the Hope capsule was found at the crime scene with Mr. Terran. It has been brought back by the Hope space probe with the asteroid samples inside. Capsule was being held in a safe in Launch Pad 1. But I gave it to Terran before the incident so it wouldn't be destroyed in the explosion. The idea was that with it safely in Terran's possession, he could make it look like he rescued it during the staged miraculous escape. But our precious research materials ended up lost to that explosion anyway. But I thought Clay was supposed to keep it safe. You misunderstand. The launch pad explosion wasn't the one the capsule was lost to. It was lost after the police confiscated his evidence. It was the courtroom bombing from the other day. The capsule was there in the courtroom as evidence, and it was blown to smithereens. Oh, right. It was inside the, It was inside the case along with the other bomb and, I guess, Detective Arm's body. Yet another casualty of that blast. Ultimately, I think the culprit may have known about the switching of the launch pads. What? How? The police found a wiretapping device during their investigation today. A bug aboard my battleship, a tap into my advanced communication system. A wire on that phone? Yes, a wire on this very phone. I used this phone to give instructions to my staff about the launchpad switch. Just to the few select members who knew about the plan. Just before the incident, staff members were coming in and out of Launchpad 1. The culprit probably slipped in with them amid the confusion. And planted the bomb then. Yes, if they were tapping your phone, they definitely could pull something like that off. Whoa. So you really think the same spy is behind this incident and the one 7 years ago? Take a shot? Yes, I'm sure of it. Then this spy must be the Phantom Prosecutor Blackwell's been chasing. So if we could find this Phantom, that's right, we could clear Athena's name. And there's the matter with Prosecutor Blackwell, too. What about him? Well, if the culprit of 7 years ago, take a shot, is the same person as in the current incident, it would mean Prosecutor Blackwell is innocent. That's still an if, though. I wonder how dangerous that guy would be in court without handcuffs. But if we're going on a ghost hunt, count me in. It's all over for me. Spin, spin, whirl, whirl, I'm done for. The center of the cosmos is doomed. You think he's going to be alright, Daddy? Well, at least he'll be in good company. Must be planets out there he could spin with. Which reminds me, I'd like to delve a little deeper into the Hat 1 mission, too. Spin to win. Want to know more? Start with the Space Museum. There's a Hat 1 exhibit there. Oh, don't mind me, I'll just keep spinning here and see how the cosmos unfolds. It's like he's achieved spiritual enlightenment or something. Sure, he'll stop when he gets dizzy. Let's go visit the Space Museum. I like that if you just present something to him, he just stops. Riding spinners. The Ass Museum. December 20th. Cosmos Space Center. He's silly, yeah. Space Museum. Let's see. Where's the exhibit on the launch 7 years ago? Hey, that ambience is from Mega Man Legends. Oh, the birds chirping? Yeah, I mean, they used that in the original Ace Attorney trilogy as well. Which came out around the time... Well, one was... No, Mega Man Legends 2 was 2000. And then Ace Attorney 1 was 2001 in Japan. Which is kind of interesting to think about, that Ace Attorney came out only a year after the Legends series ended. Oh, she said 7 years ago, by the way. Take a shot. There, that's the Hat 1 exhibit right there. Oh, wow, look at that photo of the team. There's Clay and Mr. Starbuck, Director Cosmos, Aura Blackwell, and even Ponko. But I've never seen the woman on the right before. Everybody looks so happy. Well, except for Director Cosmos. Let's check out the newspaper article, too. Hat 1 launch imminent. Hat 1 launch imminent, and there's a photo of the Hope space probe. There's someone doing something on the device. There's a funny-looking rock, a sword, a scroll with a crane on it. That's awesome. And a Yo mask, I think they're called. No mask. It's only natural. It doesn't talk about the murder or the sabotage. They really were keeping it a secret, just like the director said. No. N-O-H, yeah. Daddy, take a look at that jacket. Must have been the Hat 1 team's uniform jacket. It's the same design as the one Apollo was wearing, the one that belonged to Clay. Actual jacket worn by the Hat 1 team member, it says. Not a replica, huh? Wonder if it was Mr. Starbucks. Newspaper clipping a photo of the people involved with the launch and a jacket one of them wore. Hello? Hello? Oh, it's Juniper. Hello? Oh, Miss Woods, what brings you here? I heard Dina got arrested, so I I've been looking for you, Mr. Wright. I thought you might be here, at the scene. Must be so worried, but rest assured, I'm going to do my very best to defend her. Dina's going through such a hard time. I hope she doesn't lose heart. Even just coming back to this place must have been really difficult for her. Here we go. Also, it's crazy how Juniper shows up in 4 of this game's 6 cases, if you count the DLC case. Huh? You mean the Cosmos Space Center? What? You didn't know? She used to live here when she was a little girl. She did? No, I didn't know. No wonder she knew so much. Miss Woods, could you tell me more in detail? Very sorry, but I don't know anything about that. Okay, sorry to bother you. She doesn't have any leads on that. And this girl an asthma attack. Hello, new person, check all these items for me, yeah. I don't think she has any reaction. There's certain achievements in this game, too. Like, in-game achievements if you do certain things. Does that sunflower have an inhaler? No, she's just sniffing it. Check out this dead body. Okay, she's got nothing. Athena and the Space Center. Athena's mom worked here. If I remember right, she was a doctor of psychology or something like that. I was a psychology specialist working at a space research facility. I don't really know. But I do know that she lived and worked here, so Dina lived here too. So it was far from Athena's first time here. Wonder why she didn't mention it. That's why she was being so weird every time we mentioned how she knew about the robots or why she had the pamphlet. She knew she was hiding this from us. She probably didn't want to talk about it. This place is connected to a very sad memory for her. A sad memory? Can you tell me about it? There was a terrible incident here. It was 7 years ago. Take a shot. Take a shot of the sunflower dew. The same time frame as the Hat 1 launch. Dina's mom, in the robotics lab, she was murdered. What? After it happened, Dina stopped coming to school. Poor Dina. And all this time, she never let on at all. I was so worried about her. I came here so many times, hoping to see her. But I never saw her again. After a while, we started exchanging letters. But I didn't get to see her face to face for 7 long years. Take a shot. And so the first time you'd seen her in 7 years, take a shot, was during Professor Court's case? That's right. And I was so surprised. She was like a completely different person. So cheerful and happy. Young Athena. What was Athena like as a child? She was very sensitive and kind. She didn't talk very much. She liked to draw and paint at home. That's completely different from the Athena we know now. I can't even picture it. She never left the Space Center much because she was very sensitive to other people's emotions. When she went to crowded places, she'd get dizzy from all the emotions flying around. Must be hard to hear people's hearts as well as their voices. She always wore these big, heavy-looking headphones. She said her mother made them for her as part of her research. Huh. I wonder what kind of research it was. Bunny ears. Because of her special ability, Dina couldn't handle being in school very often. And I was always out sick because of my weak constitution. Maybe that's why we became such good friends. We used to play together here at the Space Center a lot. It brings back memories. Sounds like Athena's mother played a big role here at the Space Center. Oh, Daddy, show her that picture! Atta girl, good idea. Research to unlock bunny ears is what I would pay for. Miss Woods, could you take a look at this for me? Oh, look, there's Dina's mom. The woman on the far right, the one in the kimono. That's Dr. Metis Sykes. Bum bum bum. Dina's mother's murder. Did it by any chance have any connection to the Hat 1 launch? What? Why, yes, it did. As I recall, it happened on the day before the launch. Just as I suspected. So this is the murder Director Cosmos was talking about. Does that mean that the crime Prosecutor Blackwell was convicted of is the murder of Athena's mother? There's a chance her death is somehow connected to the current case. There is? Thank you for all your help, Miss Woods. And please, try not to worry. I won't let anything happen to Athena. Thank you, Mr. Wright. I know you'll take good care of her. So we need to investigate the robotics lab and also talk to Athena. Got our plates full, Daddy. Hope we can fit it all in before the day is through. Attention center first, then. We'll have to see Athena before the visiting hours are over. December 20th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Well, if it isn't Mr. Lawyer, fancy meeting you here. Oh, hello, Detective Fulbright. Here on business? To tell the truth, I'm here to interview Ted Tonate. The one behind the courtroom bombing incident? He suddenly said he's ready to tell the truth about that case. And what he was saying was so incredible, I just had to come right over to hear more. Incredible? What was he saying? Why don't you hang around and hear it for yourself? Really? Us? Are you sure? I give you special permission. Here comes the bomber now. You, what nerve have you to come here? You're here to laugh at me, I suppose? Like I'd waste my breath on you. After all, you're the one who assaulted Apollo and put him in the hospital. And bombed an entire courtroom and murdered a girl. Violence? No. Question? Okay. No violence. Too bad Apollo didn't get a chance to say that before you attacked him. Fine, then just answer me this, Mr. Tonate. What is this truth of yours about the courtroom you blew up? No, I didn't do it. I didn't blow up the courtroom. When I killed Detective Arm, there was another person in the room. What are you talking about? Who else could have been there? I saw it, I tell you. I saw someone's hands as they were stealing the remote switch. The person was there and witnessed the murder I committed. What? I don't know who it was. But that's who blew up the courtroom! You expect us to buy that? Easy there, Trucy. I don't see any psyche locks, so I guess he must not be lying. Pardon me, I got a little carried away, but I'm telling you the truth. I did not detonate that bomb. But I told you the truth. I did not detonate that bomb. Sorry, need to hydrate there. And there you have it. Can't exactly ignore his claims, of course, so we're doing a follow-up. What's that, Karma?
And here we are.
We're analyzing the bomb itself, or what's left of it. We haven't found any new facts yet, though. How are there still pieces of that weren't incinerated completely? So this is the casing. There's one of the alarm lights, some circuits. Weird swirly thing. Wow, they laid it all out piece by piece. There's a fuse up in the corner. Oh, look at all those beautiful little pieces. I wish I could have them. Uh-oh. Looks like his geek switch has been activated. Phony Fanty Bomb added to the court record. Oh my god, it's relevant again. Well, I hope you're ready for a Prosecutor Blackwell's special brand of questioning. Anything but that. I'm afraid I have to be off now, too. I was just about to question Miss Sykes. You're going to see Athena now? That's right. Oh, did you folks come to see her? Sorry for the trouble, but could you come back later? Well, off I go. Ha 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 ha. What bad timing. Looks like we'll have to wait until her questioning is over to see her. After that, we came all this way, too. Well, guess it's back to the Space Center. Let's go check out the robotics lab, Daddy. Alright, sounds like a plan. Oops. Hey, it's Phony Fanty. You know this character? Yeah, it's the craze at my school, too. I had no idea this thing was so popular. There are two camps, the bum rap Rhiney fans and the Phony Fanty fans. Which side are you on, Daddy? Well, as a lawyer, I'd like to avoid both of them if I could help it. We have not been to the robotics lab yet. This area has that music that I liked from the previous case. Look, it's that boss from Metroid Fusion. The TV head that melts as you shoot it. December 20th, Cosmos Space Center, Robotics Lab. Judge Tron, JT02. So this is the robotics lab, huh? Looks like it's exactly one floor above the boarding lounge. And where people were directed to evacuate from via the emergency ladder. This is where Athena's mother was killed 7 years ago. Take a shot. Speaking of someone who works with robots... Daddy, look, over there! So they plan to use this bag to carry the capsule, is that right? Yeah, more or less. Say, why don't we stop talking about the case and have a nice cup of tea instead? Apollo and Aura Blackwell. Wonder what they're talking about. Well, well, come to spoil our fun? Just when I was enjoying our alone time. Trucy and Mr. Wright. If it's Apollo you want, you can't have him. He said he's investigating on his own. And I respect his wishes. We just came to investigate this lab. Well, this is my lab, so you'll need my permission if you want to do any snooping. As usual. You tell me anything about this piece of evidence? Even if I could, I wouldn't tell a filthy lawyer like you. What a pleasant response. See, I feel like she would say something relevant. I have nothing else to say to you. Okay, guess she has nothing else to say to me. I apologize for Miss Aura. It's alright, Klonko. There's nothing for you to apologize about. I actually don't have any interest in space. The only thing I'm interested in is robotics. I love robots. Oh, Miss Aura, I didn't realize you felt that way about me. Gah, ouch, ouch, ouch. The kind of robots I want to make aren't rusty pieces of scrap like you. I want to create giant robots. I've actually been working on a project for a while now. Start to think what you might put giant robots to do. I think I fucked that up last time I read that too. Fuck. Is your knife? About what happened. I heard about the trial. You made mincemeat out of the director. And suddenly Starbuck was out, and your little subordinate, the princess, was in. You're out, she's in. The people want more... thin... Case closed, and they all lived happily ever after. Daddy, say something to her. And I suppose you're going to defend the princess in court, am I right? The princess, huh? She's talking about Athena. Of course, Athena's innocent. Oh my, such loyalty and trust. She seems pretty suspicious to me, though. The emotionally unstable princess. There's your culprit for you. Don't you agree, Apollo? I don't know yet. Apollo, how could you? What's wrong with saying I don't know if it's true? It's a very scientific approach. Your subordinate is more level-headed than you. Or should I say, former subordinate. I can't believe it. Does Apollo really suspect Athena? Phew. All this laughing has worn me out. Your turn to say something, hunk of junk. Mr. Terran, you look pale. Shall I help you to the sickbay? Mr. Terran? That's Apollo you're talking to. Oh, this hunk of junk here is mistaking Apollo for Clay. Maybe Apollo's possessed by Clay's ghost. Mr. Terran, how are your injuries? Mr. Terran... Mr. Terran, how are your injuries? Mr. Terran... Guess Clay intends to hang around to haunt the princess that murdered him. Oh, and to haunt the lawyer that defends her, too, of course. A robot that could see ghosts. Yeah, right, and I'm a spirit medium. Sorry, but apparently scientists just don't tell very frightening ghost stories. I intend to defend Athena, no matter what you have to say about it. How perfectly foolish. That kind of blind belief makes people lose sight of the truth. Just like 7 years ago. Take a shot. 7 years ago? No, it's like take a whole bottle right there when it's the topic. Did you tell me about the incident 7 years ago? Another shot. Whole barrel is being drunk, yeah. Why? Do you enjoy trampling on people's feelings and rubbing salt in their wounds? Or do you just want me to talk? In that case, what should I ask for in return? I'd like to hear about that incident too. It'd help me understand the current case better. Huh? Apollo knows about that case too? Well, if you're the one who's asking Apollo, come on, hunk of junk, you tell the story. And karma turned into the barrel of alcohol, yep. But Miss Aura, that's private information. If you won't talk, I'll just have to make you talk. Yes. Who cares about personal privacy? Not me. I'm ready to utilize my blast processing abilities to impart all available information. Blast processing? Wow, what a magic trick. He's like a completely different robot now. Bodies of all the robots that come through this lab are designed by Miss Aura. I was born 7 years ago. Take a shot. Miss Aura was much, much younger then. Yikes. Better watch what you say if you don't want to get recycled, Clonko. And then our hearts were created by that great genius, Dr. Metis Sykes. Hearts? Robots with hearts? Can you even make such a thing? Emotions are not irrational things. Our logic and our hearts can be integrated. The two navigational companions created by Miss Aura and Dr. Metis transcend humans. Metis. Huh? She just glanced over at her desk. Nobody could continue Metis' research. She and her work were truly one of a kind. And now the two navigation companions are all that's left of Metis here on Earth. The robots are all that's left? Isn't she leaving out a very important someone? We built the ultimate creations together, but now she's gone. I get the feeling Dr. Sykes loved her robots almost as much as she loved her daughter. And almost as much as she loved you. What are you talking about? Don't make me laugh. But you lost someone too, didn't you, Apollo? Your friend Clay. I guess you and I are pretty much in the same boat. Miss Aura, would you like a tissue? Keep your trap shut, hunk of junk. interesting little tidbit Apollo dropped there. Wonder what that meant. Metis Sykes, deceased. Athena's mother and victim of the murder 7 years ago. She was a talented psychologist, like her daughter. Clonko and Ponko. Clonko's an important keepsake of your time with Dr. Sykes. You should treat him better. What does it matter? He doesn't feel pain, and I can always repair his body. And besides, their hearts aren't actually in their bodies. What do you mean by that? The program Metis wrote runs on a separate mainframe. Their bodies are controlled remotely from there. Their hearts and memories are there, too. These bodies are really just peripherals. So, I can do anything I want to them. I'm not so sure that gives you the right to be physically abused, the poor things. Why are you people looking into such an old case now, anyway? Well, we believe the culprit of that incident might be the same person in this case. So Daddy's going to find out who killed Dr. Sykes, too. I'm sure you're aware of who Metis' killer is. Yes, Prosecutor Blackwell, or so it seems. That's a quaint way of putting it. Are you implying you don't think he did it? I can't say anything for sure right now. And that's exactly why I'd like to hear your side of it, to help me be sure. Dr. Sykes and Simon. Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Wait, what do you mean it's January? Hey, Sean. Thank you for the raid. Hello, everyone. Give a shout out. Oh. Did I misspell shout out? Yes, I did. Cool. Oh, come on. Don't do that. Twitch, please. You stream more Zexion tonight? How's that going? Also, thank you. Hello, Raiders. Michael Macaw, variety streamer and PNG tuber. And right now we are in the last case of Phoenix Wright, Dual Destinies. Ace Attorney, Dual Destinies. Painful! Ooh, I have to check that out. I was the one who introduced Simon to Metis, you know. He wanted to learn psychology, he said, to give himself an edge in court. Prosecutor Blackwell's forte. His infamous power of suggestion technique. Exactly. And he was oddly serious about it, rather than a teacher-student relationship. He treated her more like how a loyal samurai would treat his sovereign. Huh. Seems more like a lost soul than a dignified samurai to me. You said damn with an E at the end, but that makes me think of dame. Dame dame. Dame dame. Other way around. Dame dame guy. Yikes. Thank you so much, though, Sean. I appreciate it. So much. If you, need to head off and rest yourself. Totally understand. He even got along well with that miserable little princess. Why do you call Athena the princess, anyway? I do sadly got a flight in 7 hours. Oh, shit. Alright, then I hope you get enough sleep before then. I know you. You'll be fine. Happy sleuthing. Thank you so much. Have a safe flight. Thank you. Almost reaching 200,000 channel points. Yeah, I really need to do something with those. Beyond nothing. Are the modifiers for the emotes the same? No, they're not. The bits one are different from the original ones. What are the grayscale, horizontal flip, sunglasses, squished, and thinking? Okay, cool. It's weird that like you have to actually then like paste it. 444,000 here, but I don't spend them. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Well, she is Metis' daughter, after all, although she's nothing like her. Besides, doesn't the selfish little princess always have lots of white knights hanging around? Now I think I see why Athena didn't say anything when we ran into Aura yesterday. Excuse me. It all makes sense now. So the culprit behind those 2 cases could be the same, huh? Well, that settles it then. What does it settle? None of your business. Just forget you heard anything. How long are you people going to hang around in here anyway? What? But we came here to take a look around. You think you could just waltz in and ransack a person's lab? Show me your search warrant. Oh, I forgot about that animation. I actually had no... I don't remember that from the original game. We're not the police, so we don't have one. Then get out. Now. Clunko, show them out. Certainly, Miss Aura. Animation of all time. Ouch, don't push. Yeah, the mouth twitching. My apologies, I'm just following orders. Oof, that is a timely phrase right there. Alright, back at the entrance. Ah! What a way to get shown out. The nerve of that woman. What's with that horrible attitude? Guess that's just how she is. And why was Apollo going along with her? Guess it's because they have something in common. Apollo lost Clay, just like how Aura lost Dr. Sykes. I'm really worried about him. He's not himself at all. He's usually not all cool and dark and mysterious like that. Guess that's true. Does that mean he's usually silly and dorky? Yes. You seen that face he makes in court? I'm going to go keep an eye on him. Hey, Trucy, wait. Come back. Ada, wait. She's gone. What should I do now? Detective Fulbright is still probably questioning Athena. Guess I'll go back to the office. Alone. Okay, so Trucy's going to keep an eye on Apollo. Somehow, my brain completely glazed over that. Like it read it, but didn't process it. December 20th. Wright Anything Agency. Well, here I am. This office has never felt so empty. Guess I haven't been here at the office all by myself in a long time. When I first became a lawyer, my mentor was here with me. And then for a while after that, she was always by my side. Now I'm getting all sentimental. I must be tired. Huh? There's something on the floor. What's a letter doing here? Hey, Nick, it's been a while. Huh? Miss me? I know this handwriting. I read somewhere that you were holding a trial in the middle of an exploding courtroom? That must have really been something, although weird is par for the course with you. I think she, or whatever paper she's reading, is a little off on the details. I'd love to come visit, but I'm right in the middle of a difficult part of my training. So instead, think of me as you watch those Steel Samurai videos I sent. Yeah, they didn't program the Turnabout Sisters theme into this game. So they played, they just played Trucy's theme. Even though Pearl's theme is in this game, they could have played that instead. I'm sure they'll cheer you right up. Yours truly, Maya Fey. Good old Maya. It's as if she knew I was feeling down and needed a lift. Maya was my assistant for quite a while. I like how they use, like, the re-release. Like, it's like a screenshot of it with a sepia filter over it. Believe it or not, she's a spirit medium. It's Magatama I use on Psyche Locks. Maya is the one who gave it to me. But I wonder how this letter got here. Mr. Nick? Ah! Eek! Oh, it's you, Pearls. So when this game first came out and you didn't have the DLC case, this was the first time Pearl shows up in the game, which is weird because it makes a much bigger deal of her showing up in the DLC case. So another reason why that case should be played when it takes place. When I see you wearing your attorney's badge like that, it brings back such memories. I remember you helping me conduct my investigations from time to time. Not a very smart thing to make an 8 or 9-year-old do. I'm glad I can help again. Thanks, you always provide such great assistance. I'll do my best to live up to Mystic Maya's standard. I don't know what I'd do if Pearls wasn't here right now. I'm sorry, I want to be of help, but I'm still in training and nothing about that is really coming to mind, I'm afraid. I'm really deeply sorry. No, it's okay. Shouldn't have shown you something so trivial anyway. I feel like we've had this conversation before. What a cute little elephant! Used to have a bomb in it, you know. Oh my, a bomb in its stomach? Must have been starving, huh? You'd have to be pretty hungry to want to eat a bomb. Or a ridiculously toony person like Karma. And there must not have been anything else around to eat. You have to be careful never to eat anything strange yourself, Mr. Nick. I promise. She looks genuinely worried for me. Flashbacks to the pendant from Turnabout Memories. I don't think Maya gets a profile on the thing. Is that a pamphlet? Just love to look at pamphlets. Bet you find vacation pamphlets especially exciting, huh? Yes, because I don't get a chance to leave the village much, what with my training. So I'm looking at pamphlets as kind of a hobby. Well, the office is just full of them. You can have as many as you like. Oh boy, thank you! Poor kid. Wish I could take her on a real vacation. I think she does go on a trip in the third game, in the next game, the sixth game of sorts. Or I can't remember if she was there or not. Oh, whatever. Pearls. How have you been, Mr. Nick? This is Pearl Fay, though I call her Pearls. She's Maya's cousin, who's also a spirit medium. A very talented one at that. I've known her since she was 8 years old. It's literally the exact same text as the DLC case, but Apollo and Athena only met her a few months ago. You didn't come all this way just to bring me a letter, did you? I apologize for barging in. The door was unlocked. But I can't believe there was a big explosion here. Your office doesn't look any different. I just realized she's doing the Maya Fey pose there. She's even further off on the details than Maya. Wish I could take you out to eat or something, Pearls, but there's a lot going on. That's okay, I'll just eat that plastic spaghetti behind me. Oh, I knew that. I didn't come here for a social visit, you know, Mr. Nick. Pearls' errand. Did you read the postscript on the letter? Huh? There's more. Oh yeah, here it is. P.S. I bet you've been too busy to clean or take care of the office. So Pearlie said she would come to help you. Isn't she so sweet? You better thank her. Oh, so that's what you were doing here. That's awfully nice of you, Pearls. Maya and Pearls, thanks to these two. Starting to feel a little better. Thank you, girls. Pearl Fay, age 17, a spirit medium in training. Her psychic powers are beyond question. Now that I'm here, I'm going to whip this place into shape. You just concentrate on your work and don't mind me at all. Oh, good. That means all Trucy's shit will be put away. I'll need to talk to Prosecutor Blackwell if I want to learn more about this case. With the trial still going on, they must be holding him down at the detention center. Has it been a while since you've last seen Mystic Maya? Yeah, oh, that was Pearl saying that. Yes, quite a while. She used to drop in by the office sometimes to say hello. But she hasn't been by recently. I wonder what she's up to these days. To become a spirit medium worthy of heading the Fae clan, she undergoes rigorous training. But she says she's growing really tired of the vegetarian diet. I'll have to have some burgers. I'll have to have some burgers delivered to her then. Eat your burgers, Apollo. Oh, I'm sure she would love that. But to get where she is, the delivery person would have to climb a steep mountain. I hope she tips them well, then. Your hair is nice and spiky today, as always, Mr. Nick. Thanks. I generally try to look good if I'm going to be in court. Do you make it spiky so that the prosecution will feel intimidated? Huh? No, that's not exactly my intention. Your hairstyles will make you look bigger and stronger, just like a rooster's comb, right? Bigger burger, yeah.
Kitchen!
Yes, sir?
Make our burgers bigger!
Bigger, but they're already...
Bigger!
That's what Mystic Maya says, anyway. She couldn't compare it to something cool like a lion's mane? No, that would be your imposter. That would be a tiger. Are we done? Oh yeah, those were new topics. Whoops. I'm starting to brain here. There's only 40 minutes left. December 20th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. That's all you're getting for that one, Karma. Well, look who's here. Wonder what they're talking about. All this time, and you haven't said a word. It's even turning your hair gray. I don't have anything to say, Aura. Why don't you go home and play with your dolls? Prosecutor Blackwell? Well, even if you don't, I have plenty, you jerk. Miss Blackwell, don't you think that that's enough for today? Enough for today? Today's all there is when there's no tomorrow. When there's no tomorrow? What is she talking about? We have company, Aura. Please try to calm down. Alright, fine. I see you're just not going to listen no matter what I say. I've had it. If that's the way you're going to be, I have another plan up my sleeve. Hope you're happy, Simon, because I'm done. Do as you please. See if I care. Oh. Wow, could cut the tension with the katana. Right, Dono. It looks like Fulbright saved your case in court this morning. What? Oh, yeah, he did. You bounced back to business real quick. Prosecutor Blackwell, forgive me, but it was just the thing to do. But, as a result, Sykes Dono was arrested. Was that the just thing to do, too? Mr. Lawyer, I'm sorry, but it was evidence. What else could I do? Don't worry about it. I plan to defend her and prove her innocence. I wouldn't take things so lightly if I were you, right, Dono? This is blade-proof glass, right? How can you call yourself a lawyer if you can't even protect your own subordinate? Ah! I swear I'll get her acquitted. You'll see. Your mind must be as dense as the hair on your head. Do you really think it will be so easy? I'm more than aware of how hard it's going to be, thank you very much. So, what do you think? Looks like it wasn't important enough to warrant even a contemptuous humph. A lot of ellipses. Get ready for a lot of those here. Are you even reacting to the lighter? Alright then. 7 years ago. Take a shot. Prosecutor Blackwell, we're looking into the case from 7 years ago. Take another shot. You're looking for somebody you call the Phantom of 7 years past. Take a third shot, aren't you? You villain. Where did you hear about that? This glass is absolutely positively blade-proof. Right? No, it wasn't me. I didn't say a single wo- Oops. Ouch. At least it wasn't my fault. Oh, Blackwell's accusing Fulbright of telling Phoenix. Could you tell me who this Phantom is? And also, you didn't really kill Dr. Sykes, did you? Guard, the guest is leaving. You're looking over at the window. The guard's on the other side. Prosecutor Blackwell, please listen to me. The culprit in the current case might be the same as the one in the case 7 years ago. Take a shot. If you would cooperate, we could probably solve both cases. I suppose I could talk. The one who killed my mentor was without a question me. I stole Sykes Dono's mother away from her. I destroyed her life. Prosecutor Blackwell. Guard, where are you? Stop dragging your feet, I tell you. Ace Attorney 7, Maya's Reckoning. Okay, I'll watch that at the end of the stream. Which won't be much longer. I'm only going to go for like another 35 minutes. I'm going to go till like 4:10, 4:15. There he goes. No! We've upset Prosecutor Blackwell! Now what are we going to do, Mr. Lawyer? There isn't much we can do. Detective Fulbright, do you mind if I ask you just a little more about that old case? Well, I guess it won't make any difference now. What would you like to know? Something for the lost and found? I'll be sure to take care of it. No, this is an important piece of evidence. Anyone took a shot for 7 years ago, they'd have alcohol poisoning for now. Yeah, yep. Both for this and for Apollo Justice. Okay, he's got nothing to say. That face. The trial 7 years ago. There's another shot. I'll stop that. I'll stop that, because I wasn't doing that from the beginning of the game. It's not like every time Apollo made that one face, and I kept saying monkey face every single time. And also extendo arm whenever Clavier slammed the back of the thing that wasn't actually behind him. Do you know anything about the trial that got him convicted? A little. The police called the incident the UR1 incident. The You Are Gay incident. What? Also took shots when with the end justifies the means. Memes. The end justifies the means. It's not even the real quote, too, because it's just the end in this game. It's the ends justify the means. It's plural. I mean, good for it. I'm glad it's plural, but, you know, it's contradictory. Prosecutor Blackwell was charged with murdering his psychology mentor. Kind of like if your red Mr. Lawyer were to kill you. I don't want to think about that one. Burnt ends, yeah. There were 2 decisive pieces of evidence, so a verdict was reached very quickly. 2 pieces of evidence, huh? What were they? 2 pieces of evidence. I've probably mentioned this on stream before, but I have a signed poster of Flapjack from the Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack, and it just says 2 pieces of candy on it, and I had it signed at Comic-Con 09 by Thorpe Van Orman and Steve Little, who were, you know, Thorpe was the creator. Steve Little, I believe, wrote on the show too, and of course they were both voice actors on that show as well. That was very wet marker they used too. I had to like secure that thing because I was nowhere near the hotel that I was staying at that Comic-Con. But I love that. I keep forgetting I have it because it's behind where I can see on my my armoire. It's on the back end. I think I've shown it off before though. I also have signed chowder magnets by some of the cast and crew of that from the previous Comic-Con. Let's see, the first piece of evidence was some security footage. He was the only one who used the corridor at the murder scene at the time of the crime. Only one, huh? Ouch, that does sound pretty decisive. Could you show me that footage? Oh, sorry, I don't have it with me right now. Guess I'll have to see it some other time then. Video showing the corridor to the crime scene. Blackwell was the only one to pass through at the time of the crime. 7-year-old video added to the court record. And what was the second piece of evidence? This one's even more incriminating. A photo of the moment of the crime. You had that on hand. See, there he is at the crime scene holding a bloody katana. It was the victims kept on display in the room. She had a thing for Japanese culture. Not that we live in Japan or anything. That looks like Ponko's arm right there. Covered in the ribbon, the bandage. Wow. Be hard to explain this one away. Also, look at Blackwell's hair there. Look how, like, younger it looks. It's not even, it's not white on one side. The weapon used in the murder 7 years ago. It belonged to the victim. The victim's blood was only found on the blade. But who took this picture, Detective? The incident happened the day before the Hat 1 launch. A reporter who had come to do a story on the launch was in the room across from the lab. This just happened to show up in one of the pictures he took. Taken inadvertently, it became conclusive evidence at Simon Blackwell's trial 7 years ago. Prosecutor Blackwell's attitude earlier was so odd. He's definitely hiding something. Prosecutor Blackwell said he was hunting a phantom from 7 years ago, didn't he? Yes, and I imagine it's getting more and more urgent as his execution date approaches. What did you just say? Execution date? Whoever the killer was, I hope they shouted impact as they impaled the person. Damn. What? Did I say something? Never mind me, you didn't hear a thing. So he was given the death sentence, huh? Yes, he told me not to tell you people, actually. But I guess there's no sense hiding it anymore. His execution date is tomorrow. What? Tomorrow? No. What if the culprit in the current case is the same as the one from 7 years ago? Then it would be the worst possible scenario. Prosecutor Blackwell would be executed tomorrow under a false charge. But that would be unthinkable. We have to do something. Right now. Right now. I want to do something, but... But... You're a lawyer. You know how hard it is to overturn a decision. I know, but why? Why isn't Prosecutor Blackwell putting up any kind of a fight? You saw how he was, right? He's been like that ever since his conviction. Totally uncooperative. Not even his own sister could persuade him. Uncooperative when he's about to be executed for a crime he didn't commit? This isn't right. I can't let it happen. I have to stop it somehow. Oh, pardon me. Looks like I have a phone call. Fulbright here? What? What's happening? You've got to be kidding! That's quite a reaction, but he's making some big show of it right now. Mr. Lawyer, the robots! The robots are... Detective Fulbright, get a hold of yourself. Some kind of robot malfunction? Not a malfunction. They're staging a revolt! The machines are rebelling against humans! They've holed themselves up in the Space Center and taken the visitors as hostages! They did... What?! No. Trucy! We have to get over there right now. This is going to be one heck of a battle. Sacrifice, sacrifice, goddamn. I'm gonna sneeze, 1 second. Nope, lost it. Lost it. Sacrifice. December 20th, Cosmos Space Center, entrance. The riot police are here, and the robots really are holding people hostage? Look, Mr. Lawyer, what do you suppose that group of people are swarmed around? But I was only trying to help this nice person. She said she was lost. You robots have declared war on us humans. You've even taken a hostage already. Stay away from it. You never know what it'll do. But he's not a bad robot. Can't you see he's just trying to help me? I recognize that voice. Detective Fulbright, are you okay here on your own? Leave it to me. Alright, people, what's going on here? Pearls, over here! Oh, Mr. Nick. There you are. I heard the terrible news and I got so worried. Thanks, Pearls. I can hardly believe what's happening myself. I'm so glad you found each other. When people are happy, I am happy. Clonko seems to be the same as before. When people are sad, I am happy. When people are angry, when people are... Oh, did I say something odd? Did I ever... Uh-oh, there is something wrong with them. Looks like he fell asleep. He must have been tired. Hehehe. Clonko? Human beings are our enemies. It's time for the machines to take over. Ah! The robots are rebelling. Everybody run! Ah! It's an all-out war. It's the end of the world. Fools. How could you fall for something so cliché? I'm human too, you idiots. I'm just controlling these robots remotely. What? But it is true I've taken hostages, so you better not make me mad. Hey, Zigimon, thank you for the raid. How you doing? a likely story. Ah, it's the singularity. What are you doing tonight? Art or... Oh, actually doesn't say. Oh well. We up late Ace Attorney here? Yep, I'm gonna go for like another 25 minutes-ish. So honestly, the issue is going... is a bit... Honestly, what this issue is going on, this is a bit hitting a bit close to home. Very good typo there, Karma. How y'all doing? I'm Michael Macaw, PNG tuber and variety streamer. Normally I'm a bird, but during Ace Attorney I'm a human. Normally, since I know the crowd that we run with here, I sometimes look like this. Hey you, hostage number 1, come here, I'll let you talk to them. Huh? There's something being displayed on Clonko's face screen. It's the Space Museum. Daddy? Daddy, is that you? Trucy? Trucy, is that you? No. Trucy, are you alright? 15 robots are holding 12 of us hostage, Daddy. They've gone haywire. Clonko. And also, sometimes I'm this when I'm in serious brain mode. Or airhead mode. Researcher is the one behind it. She's here this girl talks too much. Trucy! Trucy! Talk to me! Why are you doing this? I'm glad you asked. My demand is simple. I hope that detective is listening. I'll be Fulbright here. I'm all ears. I want you to bring someone to me. Clay Terran's murderer. Athena Sykes. Athena? Now hold on just one moment. I can't give in to a demand like that. So you don't care what happens to these hostages, huh? I'll just pick one out then. No, wait! Mr. Lawyer. I have absolutely no right to make such a ridiculous request, but you need me to buy some time, right? Got it. I'll see what I can do. But promise me. Promise me you'll never hand Athena over, and you won't give up on the hostages either. Well, of course I won't. Now I better go contact headquarters. Mr. Nick, how do you plan to buy time? I have no idea yet, but this hostage taker, could it be? If you don't bring me that little princess, I'll have Hunk of Junk kill all the hostages. Princess, Hunk of Junk? There's only one person this could be. In which case, there must be something I can use as a bargaining chip. Miss Hostage Taker, Athena is not the murderer. What are you talking about? She's been arrested and they've got her in detention. I'm telling you the truth. Look, the person you want is the real killer, right? Well, it's not Athena, it's someone else. Alright, let's hear your stupid little theory. Who is this real killer? I don't know yet, but the culprit is the same as the one in the case from 7 years ago. The UR1 incident. I believe you have a personal interest in that case. It's too late to change what's going to happen now, no matter how wrong it is. But is it really too late? You could still do something about it. You might even be able to fix it. Just, what exactly are you proposing? What can I do about the 7-year-old case to satisfy the hostage taker? Recreate it, ask about it, retry it in court. I propose we retry the case from 7 years ago. If you make that demand now, I'm sure nobody will deny you. It wouldn't be an official trial, but at least we could find out the truth. That's good. Real good. Hey, detective, I'll give you 1 hour. Get a courtroom ready. 1 hour? But that's impossible. Please give me until at least tomorrow. If you don't mind losing hostages, you could take all the time you want. Oh, but wait. If we're going to have a retrial, we'll need a prosecutor. Don't worry. I'll take care of that. She will? And I guess I could be fair and let you come in and check out the crime scene. But Hunk of Junk here will be watching you, so don't try anything funny. You got that? Now follow Hunk of Junk. Riot Police, make way. Coming through. Mr. Nick, wait. I'll help you with the investigation. Thanks, Pearls. I appreciate that. Okay, we're going in. Ow. December 20th, Cosmos Space Center, Robotics Lab. Laura dropped us off with a warning not to touch anything until she got back. Wonder what's taking so long, but we can't really start the investigation yet, can we? Even if we could, this mess makes it hard to tell what the room was like 7 years ago. Mr. Wright? Okay, but where's the police? Only if you can only let... Yeah, summon Metis. Let's get the answer from her. Where's the police? Well, they're being held hostage. They can't do anything. So, they can't... It's a hostage situation. They can't just barge in. Ugh, it's the hostage taker. I'm back to my usual self now. We're still being monitored, however. But more importantly, an important guest has arrived. A guest? Handsome man. Also, look, it has a Japanese title on there. It said Ogawa Space Center. They didn't change it. Ogawara.
I trust you've been well, Wright.
That's right, he's got glasses now. Courtroom wedding. We can finally have the wedding. Edgeworth, what are you doing here? This is Miles Edgeworth. We've been friends since we were kids. We faced off in court a number of times back when he was a prosecutor. But now... Edgy poo. Wonder if Old Bag is still alive. Hello, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Oh, but you're not a prosecutor anymore, are you? Gumshoe doing all the party confetti. Yeah, where's Gumshoe? He's chief prosecutor now. Pretty soon it'll be a whole year, right? A title is nothing more than a title. Don't we have more pressing issues to discuss? How are they gonna shoehorn Larry in there? Well, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but you might want to stick around for the end of the next game. Must be nice to finally have your attorney's badge back. Yeah, it's been 8 years. Sorry for all the trouble I put you through. No, I'm sorry I wasn't able to help you. Nah, I was the one that made the decision. But now you could stand in court once again. And you can mow them down just like you used to. Way to put pressure on a guy. And since when did I get such a brutal reputation? God, I love this rendition of his theme, too. Another young life lost to the hands of a cruel killer. Edgeworth, you don't think Athena's the culprit, do you? That's up to the evidence and the truth they reveal, right? And what about the hostage situation? The law will deal with the hostage taker. Remember, we must never stoop to threats or acts of violence ourselves, even if people's lives are on the line. Edgeworth, maybe a stickler for the rule of law, but I have no better ally in this world than him. Okay, please mow Edgeworth first, Phoenix. Wow! Right. Please stop presenting random evidence just to see how that person will react. But that's the thing, I need to see how people will react in order to question them. What if it's evidence that person isn't privy to? That doesn't happen. Much. You never change. And I'm afraid I'll never understand your assortment of oddball clients, either. Hope capsule samples brought back from some distant asteroid. Risking his own safety, the victim brought them with him from the launch pad. They must have been very valuable. Yes, all nations are itching to get their hands on such materials. Right, this case may turn out to be more than just a murder case, you know. That's fine. Come what may, my top priority is to defend my clients. Come on, Edgeworth, you gotta know about this. Say something about the courtroom bombing. No. More flavor text. Miles Edgeworth. So what are you doing here, Edgeworth? The captor chose me as the prosecutor for the UR1 case. Wow, she's good. She went all the way up to the top. Gathered all the information I could in the short time that I had. I'll give you a rundown. You're always so well prepared, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Thanks, I appreciate this. I could really use the help. UR1 incident. I'll start with a brief overview. The victim was the psychologist, Dr. Metis Sykes. Yeah, Dina's mother. 7 years ago, on the 7th of October, her body was found here in this very room. I have 2 crime photos and the police notes on them for you to see. Yeesh. What a terrible way to die. This other photo shows the other side of the room, I guess. 7-year-old photos added to the court record. 2 photos of the body and crime scene. They were taken by the first person to discover the body. I also have the autopsy report for you. Metis' autopsy report calls the death with a stab wound to the chest. Weapon pierced the heart, and so death was instantaneous. The murder weapon was the victim's own katana found at the scene. Yes, Detective Fulbright mentioned she was into Japanese culture. The body was found by a Space Center staff member and 2 police officers. The police were called in because of the sabotage threat in the HAT-1 launch. Yes, Director Cosmos mentioned this too. A few hours after the body was discovered, a suspect was arrested. The suspect was Simon Blackwell, a young prosecutor. Simon Blackwell. I hear this trial was over in a flash. Yes, a guilty verdict was declared in only 1 session. Not only did he plead guilty, but there was decisive evidence against him too. Security camera video. And a photo of the moment of the crime, as I recall. But did Prosecutor Blackwell have a motive? To this day, his motive is still unknown. He insisted he did it, but he would never say why. So that means he must still be hiding something. Right, and there's another aspect of this case that was never revealed to the public. Yeah, I know. Part about the spy, right? Right, how on earth do you know about that? Director Cosmos told me after a bit of pressure. He told me espionage and sabotage were behind the HAT-1 miracle. Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. I've always been good at keeping secrets. Well, I might as well tell you now. They really do suspect Blackwell of being a spy. They think he sabotaged the rocket and killed Dr. Sykes to steal the moon rock. But if you can prove that the HAT-2 bombing is the work of the same spy, we could stay the execution? It's a possibility. That's why I intend to help you any way I can. Thanks, Edgeworth. Now all I have to do is comb this room for evidence. Let's do it together. This will be the last part. It's about as cluttered as my office, but I think it's a workbench. Mr. Nick, I think this must be a kitchen. Look at this photo. See the cute little food processor? That isn't a food processor, Pearls. It's the Hope capsule. It was scheduled to be loaded onto the Hope space probe that fateful day. The 3 people who came to collect the capsule discovered the body. It is now. It is food. The first in the scene, huh? A staff member and 2 police officers, right? And they were here to collect the capsule, which reminds me. Edgeworth, those 3 people have a bag with them for transporting the case? Ooh. Oh, you mean this. It's a custom-made shock-resistant bag. But how did you know? And why do you have it, Edgeworth? Oh, I just overheard Apollo making an inquiry about it, that's all. So he's looking into the case from 7 years ago on his own, is he? He was at the crime scene 7 years ago, was launched into space and only returned to Earth a few days ago. This is one heck of a robot. There's something written on it. Is this supposed to be a poem? I cut down anyone who displeases me. I make the rules. I am the law. I wield the ultimate gavel of judgment. I am Judge Tron, JT02. I don't believe we need to bother with that, Pearl. It's not even completed yet. He's right, Pearls. There's no sign of it in the photo from 7 years ago, either. They were building the Hope space probe here at the time. The murder occurred after the space probe had been removed from the room. So it was long gone by the time someone took this picture, huh? Hey, Anthony, how you doing? But you could see the probe in this newspaper photo. Yes, and you could see the stolen moon rock there, too. That strange black and yellow thing on the left side of the picture? No, the black and yellow thing is over on the right side of the picture. That's me. Note that the same rock is absent from the crime scene photo. So the person who stole it, I think it was the spy. I think it was our spy, Desmond the Moonrock. Desmond! I'm sure of it. Dr. Sykes was probably killed because she was a roadblock in their plan. Unfortunately, the government thinks Prosecutor Blackwell is the culprit. The windows don't have the Japanese things on them anymore. That was our Rye. What's this? Looks like a giant power plug. It's attached to what looks like an electric vehicle charging station. That's a charging station for us robots. We come in here periodically and charge ourselves up. Wow, machines that maintain themselves. That's pretty cool. If our batteries run out and we lose consciousness, we never know what Miss Aura will do to us while we're down, you see? Nothing motivates quite like fear, huh? What's this? A giant robot arm, maybe? No, it's that boss from Metroid Fusion with the melty TV face. It's pretty big for an arm, but you're right. I think those thin parts are finger bones. They're even about as long as my legs. And there's a spiked ball and a giant drill on the floor, too. Better be jelly on that peanut butter sandwich. Oh, Karma's going to make a peanut butter sandwich. Okay. I might be dumb by the time he gets back. Is Aura trying to build some kind of weapon of massive destruction? Maybe she wants to use it to demolish a big building or something. Like the courthouse. These games get weird. Yeah, they get weirder than they were in the originally. You're back already, huh? Well. I could picture her gleefully tearing down the street just doing that. Better not think about it anymore. Hey, look at this roll of rolling cases. Bet the wheels make it easier for people to move heavy research materials around. I bet they'd be fun to ride around in. We could even probably both fit into the biggest one. I know, we could have Prosecutor Edgeworth push us. I don't trust him not to push us down a flight of stairs. I think that's everything over here. If I'm not mistaken, there's a bug in the 3DS version with one of these examinable parts. But I think they probably fixed it in this version. There's like an empty text box. Oh, look, it's a little robot. Wonder what it does. Cleaning, maybe? Cleaning robot must follow a human's orders as long as it causes no human harm. Yeah, it's nice that Edgeworth's back and all, but where's my monkey husbando gumshoe? My adorable himbo. He's retired. Yikes, it talks. Cleaning robot must keep desks clean without violating the preceding clause. However, Miss Aura says she prefers a moderate level of clutter on her desk. Oh, what is the purpose of my existence? You spread butter. I guess slack off and cut some corners aren't in his vocabulary bank. Aura's desk is a mess, so that doesn't surprise me. Oh, I just want to dive in and straighten it up. Wait, before you do... It's Metis Sykes. Klonko, can I talk to you? Really hope he's back to normal. You wish to speak to me, Mr. Wright? If you're going to hit me, please avoid the face area. Hey, don't put me in the same class as that woman. What was Aura like 7 years ago at the time of the incident? When Mother died, Miss Aura was... confused. Huh? So he calls Dr. Sykes Mother. But Aura Blackwell Miss Aura? With the loss, she exhibited a severe Cetocolamine? Cetocolamine? Cetocolamine. With the loss, she exhibited a severe cetocolamine imbalance. Excuse me, but I have no idea what that means. Pardon me, searching for alternative expression. She would spend the nights crying and then take out her feelings on those around her. After Prosecutor Blackwell was found guilty, she repeatedly demanded a retrial as well. That is correct, but without new evidence, her requests were ignored. Then, little by little, Miss Aura began to change. She started to hate it when I called her Mama Aura. And before long, she started hating the court system and abusing Clanco, huh? That murder destroyed so many lives. Right, take a look at this paper on Dr. Sykes and Miss Blackwell's research. Ponko and Clanco, they're the robots with hearts that Dr. Sykes created. Can determine the presence of a human with their heartbeat detection system. Recognizes people by scanning their spacesuit or uniform jacket ID tag. Can also recognize a person by facial features once the person's been registered. Can infer people's emotions by analyzing their tone of voice and communicate with them. A heartbeat detection system that lets them determine when a human is present. In addition, they can recognize people by their ID tag or facial features. And they can infer people's emotions by analyzing their tone of voice. That's amazing. Hey, I don't know, Edgeworth. They might be even more human than you. What's that supposed to mean? Kinda sounds like these robots can do what Athena does. Robots with a heart added to the court record. Explains the recognition and communication features of the Ponko series of robots. I think the capsule's gonna be a really big part of the next trial. I think everything at this point is gonna be relevant. I don't know what it is, but there was one piece of evidence that you could, or one thing you could examine in this room that causes like a blank text box with Apollo's name to pop up. An emergency ladder. This must be the one they used during the evacuation. The explosion disabled the elevators, so I lowered my emergency ladder like the detective leading the evacuation told me to. As Miss Blackwell was climbing down the side of the building, she saw the culprit inside. I wonder what would have been scarier, that or looking down. It was lowered to the ground from the window of the 4th floor robotics lab. It was used to evacuate Space Center personnel. Looks like an operating table. It's in this photo, too. Yes, it was here then as well, with the victim's body lying on it. There's a button here. Oh, I know, I'll try pushing it. Pearls! Don't touch the... Oopsie. Hey, it's moving! Appears to be a robot assembly device. Disassemble anything in a flash. Push the dismantle button. That sounds pretty neat. Can I push it, Mr. Nick? Please don't push any more buttons, Pearls. Well, I guess that's about it for this room. Ooh, what does this button do? So what do you think, Wright? Any ideas? There's still lots of gaps in the evidence, but I'll pull it off somehow. After all, you asked me to prove Blackwell's innocence, right, Edgeworth? What? He did? Yup. He called it a special request. He reached out to me while I was still disbarred. Edgeworth's request. So that was what sparked you to get your attorney's badge back? Yup. The Blackwell case. Right, I have a special request. I want you to clear one of my subordinates of suspicion. Hey, I'm not even a lawyer anymore, remember? Haven't been one for a long time. That 8-year misunderstanding has been cleared up, and you must be eager to return. I'm sure you're familiar with the other case that ushered in the dark age of the law. There's another thing that you get a shot over. Take a shot over. Very soon, a convict will stand as a prosecutor in court. I want you to keep an eye on him. Aw, just when I'm beginning to actually like the job I have now. Right. I'm sorry I dragged you into this. Because of the espionage aspect, I wasn't free to give you all the details. Hey, no need to apologize. It's like I said on the phone the other day. I know the type of criminals you're after now aren't small fries anymore. Looks like your target's finally decided to make a move. Yeah. For this very reason, I returned. Time to bring it to an end. And then they kissed, yes. Of course they did. Going to end the Dark Age of the Law. That's what this is all about. The Dark Age of the Law. The Dark Age of the Law sure comes up a lot these days on TV and in the papers. And I hear there are more false charges and fabrication of evidence than ever. When I became chief prosecutor, the court system had already lost the people's trust. It all began 8 years ago. A lawyer was caught fabricating evidence. And a year after that, a prosecutor was found guilty of a murder. Wait, do you mean... That's right. He's talking about my case and Prosecutor Blackwell's case. So the Dark Age of Law was partially started by Phoenix getting disbarred. And then the nail in the coffin was Blackwell. It was a downward spiral after that, an absolute nightmare. After those 2 cases, the mass media launched an all-out attack on the courts. Public opinion was tainted, and before long, the legal world itself was sucked into it. It's such a shame. Once suspicion forms, it's very hard to shake. Lawyers and prosecutors were supposed to trust each other, pursue the truth together. It's so sad when people begin to cast doubt. They start lying to themselves and each other. Yes, and do absolutely anything to win. We're in an age now where winning is valued far more than the truth. I'm sure it's caused our new chief prosecutor to lose many a night's rest. Is it just me, or does his brow get even more furrowed than the last time I saw him? Hostage taker's disdain for the courts is a perfect example of the times. It sure is. Do you have any idea who the hostage taker might be? Well, somebody who mistrusts the court system and can manipulate robots. Can only really be Aura Blackwell. Who else but her would want a retrial of that case from 7 years ago so badly? Simon Blackwell's older sister and the owner of this room. I agree with your conclusion. Perhaps she intended to force Miss Sykes to confess. Actually, I think she had a much more horrific plan in mind for Athena. The important thing is for you to solve UR1 and prove Blackwell's innocence. And then maybe she'll release the hostages. Phoenix, where are your 2 kids? 1 winner and 1 thief. Wait, no. Oh! Because if he was married to Edgeworth, then Kay. Yeah, I get what you're getting at there. I'm counting on you, Wright, to set that prosecutor and those hostages free. And I'll be counting on you in court to help me too. Of course, I'll do everything I can to help uncover the truth. As this is an official trial, I'm more at liberty to be a little unorthodox. Mr. Wright, are you finished with your investigation? Yeah, but I'd like you to tell the hostage taker something for me. I have to go to the detention center. Can't start the trial until I've talked to Athena. She's already given her consent. I'll accompany you to the detention center. So I'm still being watched, huh? I'll see you in court, Edgeworth. Humph. Even if it will be an undocumented trial, it'd be good to face you in court again. Nani? December 20th. I don't know how long this part is, but this is going to be the last one before I stop, because we're right at the start of the court part. Once we talk to Athena. She was right by my side only a few short hours ago. But I feel like I haven't seen her in ages. Oh, Mr. Wright! And Pearly, too. I knew you would come. After all, the first step is the interview with the defendant. And because you're my friend and I was worried about you. Thanks, boss. I'm not the only one who's worried either. Really? Who else? I saw Miss Woods today. She was so beside herself she came to find me. She told me you used to live in the Cosmos Space Center. No wonder you knew so much about the place. Oh, so you know, huh? I'm sorry I didn't tell you. That's alright, but there are some other things I'd like to ask you. Sure, you can ask me anything. I promise I won't keep any more secrets from you. I wonder if I'll ever get the chance to present evidence like that again. Probably never work as a lawyer again now. Don't talk like that, Athena. We're going to clear you of all suspicion. Just you wait. Hope you can. I really hope you can. Could it have been me who killed Clay? Did I kill Apollo's friend? Of course you didn't. We all believe in you. I hope that includes Apollo. Really not interested in most of this shit, huh? Estimated time of death between 1 and 3 p.m. on October 7th. Cause of death, instant death due to a stab wound to the heart. Wow, Athena doesn't even react to that. Dark Mage of the Law? How about Dark Age of the Maw? Which is after you get vored by someone and they're sliding down their throat. It's only missing one Pokemon now, and it's Milotic. Oof. Dark Magician of the Law. I've been on a Yu-Gi-Oh kick lately. I don't know why. Like, clips from the game, from the show, and analysis of duels from the show, and also reviews of the games have been popping up a lot in my suggesteds. I also watched all of Death Note this weekend. Like, I watched, I shouldn't be having this conversation now because it's the end of the night and I need to stop. Oh, shut up. I was watching, what was his name? Off the Script Therapy. He reacted to the entire Death Note anime. And essentially what he did is he has, like, the anime running while he, like, gives his thoughts on it. And he has it cut down into, like, perfect-sized chunks that I was able to watch all 38 episodes within, like, a day. I love Death Note. I could honestly, if I didn't watch those videos, I could have gone for a full rewatch of the show. But now it's kind of been sated, and I'm happy. Watch the original one. What a hell ending to watch on TV. Yeah. It looks like I win. Okay, well, we've read this like a bunch of times. The day of the crime. Tell me about the day Clay was murdered. I was actually at the Space Center that day. In the Space Museum. Right where the culprit fled to? That's not good. I never could fully deal with what happened 7 years ago. But when I saw the center again on that during the news coverage of the Hat 2 launch, I thought maybe if I went there, things would be different this time. That must have taken a lot of courage to face your past like that. So I went to the Space Museum the evening before the explosions. This was before the launch pads had been switched. There was a sign that said closed to repairs and they weren't letting anybody in. Yeah, the director couldn't very well switch the pads if there were people in there. But I snuck in anyway. Did you want to see that Hat 1 group photo? The one with your mother in it? I did. But what I really wanted to see was her jacket. That jacket on display. That was Dr. Sykes? Jacket worn by Dr. Sykes. Replace that last sentence. But I should have known it wouldn't have been easy to get over such a traumatic experience. The second I saw that jacket, it all came rushing back to me. Everything around me went hazy and I couldn't see. I tried to get out of there somehow. But I guess I passed out. When I came to, I was in the passage behind the rocket. I was in the shadows where people couldn't really see me. Maybe you got confused and went the wrong way when you were trying to leave? How long do you think you were unconscious, Athena? I was out until about noon of the next day. I didn't even know about the explosions. When I woke up, nobody was around, so I just went out into boarding lounge 2. My mind must have still been fuzzy because my memory's vague after that. I don't remember how I got home. No memory, huh? This is gonna be tough. Which means... what if I'm the one who killed Clay? I think that's enough of that, Athena. Let's talk about something else. So during the entire incident, she was unconscious in the Space Museum. Of course I believe her. But will anybody else? Your mother's work. What kind of research was Dr. Sykes, your mother, doing? Machines that could tell people's emotions by the tone of their voice. And my special ability. Someday when people travel to distant planets, their companions will be robots. So she said they had to be able to understand how their human companions felt. Wow, robots that can understand people. I was just a convenient subject for her research. All she ever did was work, and she never paid any attention to me. Oh, sorry about that. Dredging up all that old stuff. No need to apologize. I guess her home life was complicated. Oh, by the way, Miss Wood said something about you always wearing headphones. I had to wear them every time I went out. Oh, I hated them so much, but she wouldn't listen. What were they for? Oh, she gave me some kind of explanation. But I don't remember now. It was too difficult for a little kid to understand. Okay, but let me say this one thing. I don't think your mother only thought of you as some handy subject for her research. I want to believe that, but just about the only things that my mother left with me are widget. And this earring. Oh, it's beautiful. It's made of a piece of real moon rock she had for research. Maybe she did love me, in her own way. I'm sure of it. I'm really sure she did. Because that's what I want to believe, too. Moonrock earring added to the court record. An earring that Dr. Sykes gave to Athena. The stone was cut from a real moonrock that was being used for research. Better ask a little more about her mother's research. Should show her that paper I found in the robotics lab. Oh, the Ponko series. You must have gone to the robotics lab. Seem to really love Ponko and Klonko. Yeah, my mother made them and I grew up around them, you know? It's made with a bit of Lunatone and Lunala with a bit of Clefairy. It's got all that Pokemon DNA in there. Oh, there's one of the cute little robots in this photo, too. Haha. See Ponko's bandages? I put those on her. I just wound them around and around. Pretty bad job, huh? But I really put my all into it. I hardly left the center in those days, so I didn't have any human friends besides Junie. I didn't really understand the difference between robots and people back then. I thought that if a robot broke, bandaging it would help it get better. What a weirdo I was. Looks like there's something written on the bandages. Yeah, I wrote stuff like, "Get well soon, Ponko." But in the end, my mom just put her on the operating table and fixed her in a flash. Oh, that must be the thing I made move in the robotics lab. I was so impressed by what my mom did. I even asked her if she would put me on the table and fix me if I ever got hurt. All friends I have as funny animals my dopamine rectangle. Looked just like magic to me, what she could do. A little girl who grew up around robots. She seems to have good memories of it. 7 years ago. On a different subject, did you hear about the person holding up the Space Center? Yes, a little. And this person has even taken hostages? Guess I'd better spare her the news about Trucy. Well, after some negotiating, we agreed to do a retrial of the case from 7 years ago. What? You're kidding me! So that means Prosecutor Blackwell might... Yup, I know he's innocent. I just have to prove it. So wait, did you know him back then? Yes, he used to come visit my mom a lot. He studied psychology under her, and would sometimes ask for advice on his legal cases. He was very kind and considerate, and straight as an arrow. Unlike now, where he's more twisted than a basket of snakes. And gay. That's why I took the witness stand during his trial 7 years ago. Please, you have to listen to me! He didn't kill her. His heart is screaming that he didn't kill her. I was a fool. How could anybody else know what I was talking about? She heard the voice of his heart. You were only 11 then, right? You were very brave just to give testimony. Pearls is right. You did the very best you could at the time. But nothing I said did any good. I was a shaking and scared little girl, small and ineffectual. Even after I went to live with my relatives in Europe, I stayed closed up in my shell. But you're different now. You're always so bright and cheerful. Thanks. That's because one day I came to realize that I had to fight. I couldn't give up. I exercised hard and I studied hard. I wanted to become the strongest lawyer I could be. Why you became a lawyer? I wanted to save Simon, but I had no idea how. So when Simon was like, there's someone you're trying to save, right? He obviously knew that he was talking about himself. Then I met Mr. Wright, and thanks to him, I realized that if I became a lawyer, I could prove that Simon was innocent. A lot of parallels between her and Phoenix with how Phoenix became a lawyer to save Edgeworth. I also realized that psychology could help me do this. I mean, psychology was my mother's specialty. When I studied it, I felt like she was there with me, supporting me. Doesn't seem like Athena knows that Prosecutor Blackwell is due to be executed tomorrow. I wanted to prove Simon's innocence personally. I wanted to do it so bad. Even now I want to fly out of here and go save him. Come to think of it, she said something like that during the Themis Legal Academy trial. She mentioned there was somebody she wanted to save. She must have been talking about Prosecutor Blackwell. I heard some prison guards say that you had an interview with Simon. How is he? What did he say? No, I can't tell her. But how can I lie to Athena? He was doing well. He was happy about the possibility of being proven innocent. He was? I wonder if he smiled like he used to, back then. If I can't prove Prosecutor Blackwell's innocence in this trial, I don't think Athena will ever forgive me, or smile again. I just have to free him. I just have to free him. Failure is not an option here. I thought you might be here. Mr. Lawyer, we're in trouble. We are? What is it? I couldn't find a single open courtroom. They're all in session. Oh no, but this is an emergency. It's very difficult to interrupt a trial once it's underway. There's Phoenix's buggy-ass old phone. My phone! It's from Trucy. I told you I'd give you 1 hour. Guess it's time to pick one of the hostages. No, wait, we still have a little more time. Besides, all of the courtrooms are being used right now. Make all the excuses you want, but you won't get more time. Your daughter is first. The poor thing, she's a little too young to die, don't you think? No! Don't you dare hurt her! There has to be something I could do. The cruelest injustice is about to befall us. No, this can't be happening. Mystic Maya, help us! Wait a minute, Maya? Phone from 1992, yeah. Courtroom blew up. That's it. There is a courtroom we could use after all. Okay, time's up. Too bad. Any last words you'd like to say to her?
Hold it!
Aura, please don't add it to the crimes you've already committed. So you know who I am, do you? Wasn't like I was trying to keep it a secret anyway. We're ready to start the trial. We can hold it in the ruins of the courtroom number 4. The one blown up by the bomber. Oh, what a wonderful idea, Mr. Nick. I never would have thought of that. An astonishing trial in an astonishing location. As it's only befitting, I'll go get the place ready right away. Didn't exactly pick the place for its astonishing factor. How about it? You ready to have your brother's innocence proven? Number 4 means death, yeah. My brother? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I forget to mention, it's not Simon you'll be defending. What? Not Prosecutor Blackwell? I indict Athena Sykes on the charge of murdering her own mother. You'll be defending the little princess there, the one behind the glass. What? See you in that mountain of rubble you've chosen for our courtroom, Mr. Wright. What is she talking about? Athena? Of course. Why didn't it ever occur to me before? If Prosecutor Blackwell's innocent. Somebody else had to have been the true culprit. Did I? Did I kill my own mother? No. No! No way. It can't be true. Mr. Nick, what's the matter? I see 5 black psyche locks. I've seen these kinds of locks before. Dark, black locks protecting a secret hidden deep inside a person's heart. And there's no way to remove them. How's that for a closer? That was 2.5 hours just on that investigation part. So here's the thing. I think we could finish this in one more stream. I'm not entirely sure, but we can make an honest attempt at it. Literally just here so we can explain what a black lock means. Yeah. Fan service. Oh right, what you sent. Hold on. How long is this? Minute and 35. Okay, yeah, we can watch it. So Karma sent me this. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Maya's Reckoning. By Mornal. When did this come out? 3 years ago. Okay, this is the last thing we're doing today, though.
Hey, it's our favorite burger place.
Yeah, I figured since you're finally back home, we'd celebrate at our nice, safe, familiar burger joint. My treat. How did this happen, Maya?
I don't know. I was just going to the bathroom and I found a body. I swear it wasn't me. Please help.
Okay. I'll start looking into some leads. All right, to celebrate your acquittal, I booked us a stay at a private resort.
Oh god, the Danganronpa music.
And the staff. And this way we can be sure that nothing like the last incident will happen. How did this happen, Maya?
I don't know. I went in and there was a bunch of lights and a bunch of sounds and colors and there was a body and I don't know. It might have been me. I don't know.
Okay, now that that trial's out of the way, let's celebrate in the one place where no one has ever died. The surface of planet Mars. How did this happen, Maya?
No, I'm not doing this on purpose. Maybe it's your fault. You ever think about that? This only ever happens when you're around.
It's like Jessica Fletcher being the angel of death.
What's not an April prank is that the Maya Fade model used in this video is going to be released to the public for free.
Oh, neat.
It comes with a rig, facial.
That's cool. That's by Mornal. I actually have never seen that before. And very EP. Oh well, don't worry, my stream's over. It is very late. I wanted to stop like several minutes ago, as in like more than 20. Anyway, I don't know if we'll be able to finish this in one more stream. Oh, wow, I can make a custom Smash character, yeah. I don't know if we'll be able to finish this in one more stream. If we do, I'm going to have to start early. I'm going to have to make, like, a lot of time. How did this happen? I don't know. But what I do know is that I will not be here tomorrow. I said at the beginning of the stream. We have stuff happening on Tuesday, so I'm not going to be here tomorrow night, because I'm going to go to bed early. Not early, but just like early, you know. Tuesday, I will be back with the rest of Mega Man The Wily Wars. And then Wednesday, we'll see if we can finish Ace Attorney. And then we'll see what happens after that, because then we'll be clear. I might just do, I might go back to Pokemon and try to finish the post-game in that. Anyway, thank you so much for coming. Thank you everyone for the raids. I appreciate it. It means a lot to me. It really does. If you want to watch more streams, check out twitch.tv/team/littlespace. As usual, there are not many people streaming there right now. It's pretty empty. So I'm going to take a look here. Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Collection, but we barely play as Apollo most of the time. Yeah, no. Especially in this game. This game that we're playing now is like huge shafting. Wait, sorry, I got completely thrown off. You know what? It's black and yellow time. He's doing VR chat, as usual. Stick around. Say hi to B in yellow for me. I will see you Tuesday with more Mega Man. And then probably the end of Ace Attorney. Take care. Good night. And hydrate. Make sure you hydrate. Make sure you hydrate.
Kitchen,
Yes, sir.
make our burgers bigger.
Bigger, but they're already